this is from TANGO Racing, and this is a follow-up review of the KTM 890 SMT. I've done 22,000 kilometers now. I did my first review after 5,000 kilometers. If you haven't watched and you're interested in the SMT, you might want to take a look at that. There are some things I changed and found out since then, so I thought I'd make a follow-up video with more than 20,000 kilometers. I'm standing here on some small gravel road because one of the things changed is I started to do like light off-roading on the long tours I do. I bought this to do long tours throughout Europe at the moment, and now and then I like to do a road like this, so you get to nice places like that. And for that I took it a little bit off-road. So I have used the SMT from SuperMoto track, doing a little SuperMoto style riding. Country road, mountain road. To slide off-roading gravel road. And I love this bike. Overall, it's fantastic. I think that's the fastest sporty bike you can get for twisty country mountain roads. And it's versatile like hell. You can do like SuperMoto style racing. You're not going to be as fast as SuperMotos, but you can have a whole lot of fun on a SuperMoto track. Stiffen up the suspension and you can go crazy on SuperMoto. Or you make it soft, put on some more or less off-road tires, and you can have fun on light off-roading as well. So overall, I'm in love with this bike. I'm as fast as with my 890R, but it's so much more comfortable and you can do it like 8 hours long. So that's amazing. There have been some quality issues, like with all the other new KTMs I had. It was mainly during the first half year. Here the same. We had to change the rear brake disc. This went loose. I had to change the battery. It started to die after a week in winter time. It was a bit of a discussion, but I got it replaced. There was an issue in the workshop with the lock, the electronic system to start the bike, and they had to change all locks. So 3 on the bike and 3 on the suitcases. This was quite a deal. It's warranty and the dealer did it. Luckily, I don't want to have to pay for this out of my pocket. That would be hurtful. There's one electronic issue still going on. When I use the blinker, this blinker and warning light starts flashing uncontrollable. So I had 3 repair appointments at the workshop, but so far they couldn't figure out and couldn't repair it. I hope they will be able to fix this in the future, but that's the only thing still going on. Otherwise, this thing performs really, really nice. Yeah, one thing more broke, since I'm a rather tall guy and I use this for touring. I got this tall windscreen. So the original one is this small black one. I got this large touring windshield together with a spoiler. If you live in Germany, Austria, northern part of Europe at least, you have to register this. It's an official part from KTM, third party producer, but you have to make an appointment with your local department and have this registered, put it in your documents if you want to be super official. So I have done that. And the problem with this, if you do off-road, I think, is when you get too much vibration going on, this puts stress on the windshield. And since there's this hole, this smallest part here, thinnest part, it started to crack right here. It happened to me in the first 10 minutes of a gravel road in Spain. First gravel road I did, and it was not really hard. I'm not like a really hard off-roader. It was something like this, bit more maybe, and it started to break off here, and I think it was because of the stress put from the vibrations onto this part. So now I reinforce this. This is a custom local fix from me with some plastic parts and vertical and horizontal, together with this mounting system of the car beater. This was the other thing when I was doing touring and had to ride on rain. I used the mobile phone for navigation, but you get problems with if you have to load it because you go like the whole day and there's rain, so water is coming in, it shuts off, you have problems. So I opted for this. I tried it already once in 3-hour rain. It works perfectly fine, so you can get this with this mounting system. There are pogo pins charging the tablet, as well as an additional cable. So you put it in and it automatically gets loaded. So it's connected to the bike power, and that works perfectly fine also during pouring rain. So my hope is that this in combination with the windshield is working fine now and supporting each other. So we'll see about that, if this really works. But so far it does. Speaking of off-roading, I started to a little bit of off-roading, like gravel roads like this, more often. I did a training with an off-road instructor. Therefore I put also different tires, like you see now. The Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR. I use them quite well, as you can see. It's the last tour I do this. I use them now and then they get changed. They are decent on light gravel roads like this, and I was really surprised by their road performance. So I was going on this on the road, and I could scrape the packs easily. On those rally tires. So I was really surprised. You can go down to the edge. Feels great. Most importantly for me, also the geometry is sporty enough. The bike still feels very agile and nice to turn. This is important for me because, for example, many touring tires, they are so flat that the bike goes just straight like a ship. It's not for me. So I need it to feel like sport tires, and those does. So that was a surprise. I'm really happy with them. What else did I change? The instructor suggested, and I'm very happy about this, this tweak parts for the clutch. This is a longer lever now, and the clutch lever is so much easier to pull now. So it's very easy to pull the clutch with one finger, like that. So I'm used to brake only with one finger normally, and now I can also pull the clutch with one finger easily, which is great. When you do off-road, you can have one finger on the clutch all the time in case you need it suddenly. For the luggage system, I was not happy with the side suitcases. So this makes the bike too wide. I'm scraping them, and line filtering is hardly possible, or is not possible. So it's not for me. I use this top case for easy access during the day. Have the inlet, the inside thing to take to the hotel, and all the luggage goes in there in a soft bag. I installed like small fixes, like mounting points here on the back, so this stays really nice and tight. And I also got used to this seat, so that's another thing. I bought this initially with this rally seat. Then I thought it's too hard, I didn't like it, went back to the original one. But then for the off-road training, I put this on, obviously. And of course, you can move around so much better on this. You can move all the way to the tank if you do a SuperMoto style. And you have, if you get rid of the bag, obviously, you have all the way to the back to go move around on the bike if you do off-roading. And when I started to use this longer, it became more soft or like more comfortable. And now I use this for the long tours as well. Not only that, you have more room to move around. It's also taller than the original one. Since I'm quite tall, I always try to maximize this distance between the pegs and the seat, which also led to the pegs that I got rid of this rubber thing. So off-road, for the off-road boots, obviously you want this and not the rubber, but I don't see any advantage of the rubber at all. So also for road use and regular riding, I only use this now because it has a little bit more distance, and it's perfectly fine for basically any shoes and riding. So I like this. I added this for like loose ground. Since we are here, what I like for these 890 KTMs is it's so easy to flip the gearing. So since I'm used for racetrack, for the K890R on the racetrack, I changed the gearing so you can shift up by pressing down. So if you want to shift into the higher gear, accelerating out of corners with still a lot of lean angle, there's not enough space to go with the shoe underneath the lever. So you want to press from up to shift up. And so I changed, since I'm used to this and it's possible here, I changed it to that here as well. And I love that this is so easy. It's like a 2-minute fix. And the last thing I noticed when trying to do off-road, since I'm not really good, I dropped it a couple of times. And before I bought the bike, I saw a review, and the guy told, yeah, what he loves so much of the bike is that KTM thought out everything. They put a protection on the bike. You don't need to add anything additional, like on the GS, you have to do the crash cage for the engine if you want to protect it from crashes and so on, which obviously adds weight, and so that's an advantage for the KTM. You don't have to do this. Well, I dropped it twice, and it was like basically walking speed, so it was not fast, and this thing crashed immediately, or broke immediately. So I'm afraid if I drop it with some speed, the tank will be damaged, and to me this is not enough. So I ordered already new ones, and also a crash bar protection. So going around this, there's one quite nicely, very close to the original parts, and this is going to protect this much better. So to me, these original parts are not good enough. I think that's it. Overall, as I said, I really love the versatility of this bike. I'm super happy with it. On small twisty roads, I don't think there's anything faster than this. At least I didn't see one. So really happy with this, and I see you maybe after 50,000 kilometer, and I make a third review. Thank you so much, have fun, and stay seated.